Failed by the police, what it feels like to be a victim of crime and nothing happens. The parents have seen their children beaten and battered. They called 999, but they say police were too late to make a difference.
You know, we entrust the police to be there to protect our children, and because they can't do that, then we're going to have to do it.
Our special investigation comes on the day a new report says British policing has lost its way. Also on the programme. Next week, the Queen will appoint the new Prime Minister at Balmoral, not London. A break with tradition, avoiding any last-minute hitches due to her health.
Before that, though, the final chance for Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak to persuade Conservative Party members to vote for them. The last hustings gets underway here at Wembley in the next hour.
The jury in the Ryan Giggs domestic violence trial fails to reach a verdict. He could face another trial. Andy Murray is in action at the US Open. We'll have the latest after Emma Raducanu falls at the first hurdle in her defence of the title.
Later on BBC London, new figures show the extent of the rising cost of food. We find out how Londoners are coping. And the capital's campaign to immunise up to 1 million children against polio.
America's Justice Department says Donald Trump may have concealed documents during an FBI search of his home in Florida 2 months ago. In a court filing, officials say efforts were likely taken to obstruct the government's investigation. It's alleged agents were explicitly prohibited from searching a storage room at Mr. Trump's Mar-a-Lago mansion, and other records were likely concealed and removed.
And in Pakistan, receding floodwaters are exposing the extent of the damage that has affected nearly 1 million homes across the country. Doctors are warning that the misuse of a gas common in the catering industry as a recreational drug is reaching epidemic proportions. They say nitrous oxide, known as laughing gas, can cause serious nerve damage and even paralysis. Rail workers will stage another set of strikes in September as the dispute over pay and conditions continues. Mass walkouts over the summer have brought travel misery for many passengers, but there is still no resolution. The strikes are scheduled to start on the 15th of September. And meanwhile, thousands of postal workers went on strike for the second time today, further delaying deliveries for customers. Staff from the Royal Mail will also take further action next month, calling for higher wages. David Beckham came under fire today for making a promotional video about Qatar, the Middle East desert state, which is hosting this year's World Cup. The video has caused controversy because it promotes Qatar for its lifestyle, despite there being questions over its human rights record.
The woman who died when the Range Rover she was travelling in crashed off the A40 and onto tube tracks has been named. 33-year-old beautician Yagmar Ozden was killed when the car hit a Tesla parked in a dealership by Park Royal tube station last week. The driver of the car remains in a critical condition. The COVID-19 vaccination centres at Whipps Cross and Newham hospitals have closed today. Barts Health NHS Trust says that over the past 19 months, the centres administered more than 500,000 flu and COVID vaccines to the public and to staff. Also closing is the IKEA store in Edmonton after 17 years. The branch employed 450 people, with 125 staying on elsewhere in the company. IKEA says changing shopping habits coupled with redevelopment of the area contributed to it closing.